One thing I continue to see in comments, at least on videos on my channel, is like, I really want to create, but I don't have anything to offer. I don't know how to do it. I'm afraid. It's kind of the fear of what I'll call not getting it. And I was really thinking about this. It's even come up in some of my recent coaching calls. And really felt called to do this video right now. I don't know when you're going to watch it, but I know when when I wrote down my few notes and when I'm recording this. And I really hope this helps you maybe let go of some of the fear and the negativity that I think is so easy to tell ourselves and convince ourselves to keep us from doing anything, but specifically creating content and putting yourself out there. So I want to go through these. By the way, my name's Kevin Colby, and I am so glad you are here. In no particular order, play to your strengths. And I really got thinking about this recently in kind of the evolution of the way I'm doing content. I come from a TV background. I was in television for a long time. For years, I was a creative director. I had an amazing creative team, far more creative than me. I still think they were, to this date, some of the most creative people I've ever worked with and tried to lead and learned from. But eh, in working in television, one of the things that we did is we worked in finite amounts of time. So we would have 30-second, we called them promotions. We would promote something, even commercials. And so we had to make sure, it couldn't be 31 seconds. It had to be 30 seconds in that case. So we also got into like producing things, and I don't apologize for that. But so I bring that into what I do now, and I love to edit, but I can get to a point of overproducing. And one of the things that I have been letting go of, which plays to my strength, you could call it a gift. I'm going to call it a gift, is just this being able to turn a mic on, turn a camera on, and talk and share from bullet points. I mean, I literally have bullet points. I don't have scripts. So a lot of this is coming from head and heart. And one of the things I think I have the ability to do, it's a strength of mine, is talking. I mean, when I was a kid in high school, when I was a kid in elementary school, when you'd have the report cards sent home, a common theme was, well, two things. Kevin has a vivid imagination, and Kevin is really talkative, which was really a nice way of saying Kevin talks a lot. A lot of that I got from my late mother, and I think it's great. But that is one of my strengths, and I've had people point that out to me, even friends, which have been kind about it. But that is a strength I have that I'm leaning more into. You can call this type of video a talking head video. I think it fits very well for podcasts, to which I'm really trying to get more and more comfortable with. That's what I do. That's what this channel is really becoming more of. It's like a video podcast. This episode I'm doing right now will also live as an audio podcast on my podcast. Can I say podcast anymore? That I have on Spotify and Apple Music. That also YouTube allows us to do that. But that's a strength I have. What are your strengths? You have some. I know you do. I don't know you personally. Well, actually, I may know some of you, but what are your strengths? Play to those strengths. The things that just come easy for you. You have something. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to believe anybody that, and if this is you, if you've left a comment on a video like, I don't have any gifts, I don't have any talents, I don't know anything, then you know what? Stop that. Just seriously, just stop it, because that's not true. It's a lie you're telling yourself. And if somebody else has told you that, then don't listen to them. Don't let them define you. God defines me. Another one is be the real you. I think I think this has always been a thing, but I think this is even more important in the age of AI, which ironically stands for artificial intelligence. It's kind of like an oxymoron, isn't it? Jumbo shrimp. Nice cat. Sorry, I'm a dog guy. But it's artificial. It's not real. It's not meant to be real. Yes, there are. I find it interesting that there are prompt engineers. Did you notice that? Like AI just kind of became a thing, and then there's people out there that are prompt engineers. I can tell you how to write a great prompt. All you're doing is writing something to tell an artificial intelligent bot to, and I even hate to say the word create because they're not creating, they're just pulling things that have already existed. And I didn't mean to get into a rant about AI. I probably should do a video about that. But AI, sure, it has a place. You can do things with it, but AI can't ever do something, and that's be the real you. Yes, you can use it to mimic your looks, and you can do it to mimic your voice, and you can even ask AI to write your script and just read it back as if you've done something with it. But AI can't be you. You're real. Mistakes and all, warts and all, strengths and all, weaknesses and all. Bring that to the table, if you will, the visual table, and just be the real you. I'm telling you, I believe more than ever people connect with real. I know I'm over, I'll speak for me. I'm just kind of over the over polished everything. I'm not talking about movies and TV shows. I'm talking about really YouTube videos. Another one is, and I really thought about this, and I'm going to stand by it, is create content that you enjoy, that you would read, that you would watch. When I create content, I'm trying to create something that I believe will help you, that I hope will help you. It'll either, I'll share something from my life that, has an impact on you, or I'll teach you something or whatever. But ultimately, I want to be able to watch the video and go, I like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, full disclosure, over the life of my channel, I can look back at videos and go, man, I don't like that video. I don't think that's me. I think I was projecting and trying to be something that I thought gets back to the real part that I thought people that we were supposed to do. Or sometimes, when a sponsor is involved, you have to be about that. I can tell you right now, I've gone full circle. Maybe is that? Anyway, I've completely changed my philosophy of how I work with brands and sponsors. If you want to see more about it, there's actually a section on my website. If you go to kevincolby.com, go to the bottom. I think it's called Partnership Policy. And I just put it out there. And I actually wrote it out as kind of my guideline for working with sponsors. And I have turned money away because of that. Because at the end of the day, I want to create content that maybe my younger self would watch. I'm not delusional. I know everything I do isn't amazing. But if it's a story video, when I've been asked before, what's the favorite video I've ever produced? It is absolutely, positively, hands down, one I did on our little dude who has special needs and his buddy Max years ago. I'll put a link to it if you want to see it. It's called Max and Elias, and still to this day, that is my favorite video. Is it my highest viewed video? No. Is it, did it win any awards? No, I didn't submit it for anything. Has most of the world seen it? No, even though a lot of people did because CBS picked it up. It's a different story. But you know what? I watched that, and it's not because I produced it. It's because I got to tell that story. I hope you watch it. I'll put a link down below this video. But, at the end of the day, if you start chasing numbers and things like that, it's easy. It is easy to get caught up into, well, if I do this, maybe it's going to get a lot of views, as opposed to I want to do this like this video. I don't know how it's going to perform. I hope it hits you at the moment it needs to. I hope that wherever you are, if you needed this video, it helps you. Honestly, that's success to me. I did a video about the book I read called Reconnected by Carlos Whitaker. Probably one of the best books I did. I didn't think it would perform that well. I haven't done videos like that before. But you know what? I can watch it back because it was important to say. Same thing about writing. Whether, if you've written books like I have, or you write blog posts or poetry or music or whatever, there's something to be said about creating content that you would enjoy and watch. Okay, another one is being willing to go against the flow and the crowd. If you're just going to be, what do they call it, milk toast, and you're just going to just repeat everything else that everybody's doing the way they're doing it, then you got to ask yourself, what are you bringing to the table? Now, I do believe you can bring your perspective. I do believe you can bring you to it. I do believe that you and person B over here can do kind of the same take on something, and your personality could win out. I know there's people that like me, and I know there's people that don't like me, and that's okay. I can't control that. I can just be me. But be willing to go against the flow and the crowd if that's what you want to do. I mean, having an opinion on something ain't wrong. It's just not. In fact, I would rather see somebody have an opinion on something, even if I disagree with them, because they're not wishy-washy. And I've said this before. Casey Neistat, one of my favorite YouTubers. I don't like everything he does, but he's done a lot that I've liked. But you know what? I don't need 10 copies of Casey. I want Casey. So if you want to do something different, try it. If you want to do long live streams, do it. If you want to do short live streams, do it. If you're a financial guy and you wear a suit to work every day, I'm sorry about that. I wear t-shirts, but you want to do a riff on financial stuff from the back of your truck in the middle of the woods, do it. Don't sit behind a desk because, well, that's the way you do it. Chart your own way. I mean, that's how we have products that don't fit into a mold because of that. I'll give you an example. One of the artists I really like is Lyle Lovett. And I got to see him years ago. It was a great concert. Great concert. I think what was Joshua Judge's Ruth was the album that had just come out. Yeah, album. I'm old. I said album. I love Lyle Lovett, but having worked in radio years ago and been in and worked in traditional media for all the years, as popular as Lyle Lovett is, as amazing as Lyle Lovett is, he doesn't really fit into a category. Country hasn't really embraced Lyle Lovett. Rock doesn't really embrace Lyle Lovett. Pop, whatever's less. Classical, I mean, so, if I say Jason Aldean, he's country. If I say Aerosmith, they're rock. If I say Toby Mac, he's Christian. I mean, there's people that fit it. Lyle Lovett, I don't know where he fits. But you know what? Lyle Lovett, he doesn't worry about that I know of. I haven't talked to Lyle. He does his own thing, and that's important. I mean, the thing is, it's about finding your own way eventually. You're never even going to find your way if you don't try. I mentioned earlier, I mean, I've written a couple of books, and both books were written completely different. My buddy Ross Brand and I co-wrote the second one, Video Podcasting Made Easy, and we even did it differently. We recorded like this. We hit record and we talked out the book like two friends having a conversation, and we turned that into the book. That's the way we did it. Is that the way you write a book? I don't know. It's the way we did it. But it's important to find your own way and just do it. And don't worry about, well, does it work? Does it work for you? I mean, that's important. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. which is a line from a song I just heard the other day, and I can't think of the song. Oh, it was an Aaron Lowe song. But you're never going to be able to say you've done something unless you do it. Period. If you want to create videos, you've got to create videos. You got to try it and not worry about everything else. I want to leave you with this. I actually have it on a sign right there behind me. If you were listening to this on podcast, I pointed to my right. Um, but it's this verse. It's one of my go-to verses from the Bible, and I want to leave this with you. It's from Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10. For we are God's masterpiece. So insert you instead of we. For you are God's masterpiece. He created us anew in Christ Jesus so we can do the good things he planned for us long ago. My friend, I don't care where you live, what your status is in life, how old you are. You're a masterpiece created for something. I'm going to encourage you today to just put yourself out there, use your gifts, and make an impact as only you can.